everyone, welcome to another episode number 8. And it's a very special one because it's completely out of my way here in Stockholm. So I'm starting out in Stockholm Station, and my plan is to reach the London Eye by the end of this adventure of mine. It's always challenging to do street photography when you have a destination. It's much easier when you're just in one place, or even better, in one spot, and you're just sniping people and getting really good shots. But when you are walking in a straight line, and this is pretty much a straight line today, I'm moving from Stockwell to London Eye, so I'm just moving alongside Lambeth Road, which will take me almost to London Eye. So it will take me to Stockwell, not Stockwell, but Voxel, sorry, Voxel. And then from Voxel, I just have to change directions, and that's it. It's literally a straight line. So it gives you a bit of a challenge, because you have to look around all the time and just in that moment take a picture. It's not like the other episodes. It's a bit different. So I'm here walking, and it brings back really good memories, because this is the first place I lived when I was in London. I was in Stockwell, and I've been on this road like 1,000 times. It's really nice to do it again. I haven't done this road at least for a year. And when I started doing street photography, I never really intended to do like just street photography. That was never my intention. But I was just walking around and taking pictures. I didn't even know that there was a thing, street photography. I never crossed my mind really. But I was just walking around, and at first I was just doing videos, and I tried to take videos of my surroundings and add music and maybe some poems or whatever. And this neighborhood really inspired me to do so, and I ended up doing a lot of photography later on. So it's a really nice it's a trip to memory lane. But I don't want to be too pathetic, because it wasn't such a long time ago. It was just almost 2 years ago. But maybe a bit more. No, I'm actually a bit less than 2 years. But like in these 2 years, so much has happened that I'm not really. I don't really think it's a short amount of time. For me, it was just a bunch of stuff that happened. I changed a bunch of jobs, bunch of apartments. I moved to London. I used to live in Croatia, so yeah, a lot of things happened to me, and along the way, I picked up this interesting hobby, and yeah, so it's all coming back to me. All right, this guy was really interesting. He was just doing some sort of a performance that was like, it's an empty street, and he's doing some tune with his recorder. I took pictures of him, and he was really like grateful of me taking picture of him. He's really a nice guy. So yeah, I showed him the pictures. He liked them, and let's move on. I didn't ask him for his Instagram, but you know, I assume he doesn't have one. He's too cool for that shit. Okay, I'm already at Voxel Station, and I always like interesting looking stations. That's my thing. I love architecture, uh, and especially like stations, like train station, tube stations, bus station. This is a bus station. Uh, I just I just love how people interact with these types of structures. Uh, so yeah, it's in a couple of seconds. I'm gonna take a bunch of shots through glass, which I really enjoy doing, and yeah, I think those were kind of decent. Uh, all right, this guy as well. He looked, I don't know, kind of funny. I I don't really know what makes me take a picture of someone. Like when I'm taking picture of people, I don't really know what makes me do it. Some people just look interesting, and some people just like look mundane. And I don't think I'm the judge. I'm just observing. I don't want to judge people. I'm just observing them, and most of people I don't want to take pictures of, but some people, uh, like have to. And these shots I did right now, it's a bit different, isn't it? It's a bit different because you don't really see a person. It's not a portrait. It's just a figure interacting with its environment, and it is very important to have a figure in the environment. You don't want an empty space. At least I don't like empty space. I don't enjoy empty spaces. They make me feel lonely, and I don't like feeling lonely. Especially in photography and art in general. Uh, okay, so this bridge I love. I often took pictures of this bridge a while back, and when I get these ND filters, if you guys don't know what ND filters are, is it's a filter you put over your lens that lowers your exposure, so you can take long exposures of in daytime. So I would really love to take a long exposure from this bridge because it's always so much stuff going on that bridge. Uh, all right, so another bullshit picture. So this is a tree stump. I don't really know why I took picture. I didn't have. I really didn't have that much inspirations today, and by the end of the session of today, I just didn't really get it. But I think I'm really positive that I did some decent photography today. I'm happy with myself. It was just a very short one. It was 1 hour walk. It was precisely 1 hour walk, and I uh, okay. This is I think one of my favorites, just because of the colors and the sky in the background. Also, I forgot to mention for all the photos today, I did a preset in Lightroom. Uh, Nothing extravagant. I just lowered my exposure a little bit. I changed the hue of the blues, so I would get this nice aquamarine color of the sky, and also I added grain. I added a lot of grain. When you add grain to photos, it gives an impression of film photography because you get grain in film photography. So yeah, it's always an interesting thing to add. And also, like when I didn't add vignetting, but that's also an interesting effect that you can add to your photos to make them feel like an old, to give them that old vibe. But yeah, this time I didn't do vignetting. I did actually a lot of grain. Uh, so I don't really want to record myself doing Lightroom stuff, because I mean I'm not really good at it. Uh, but maybe I make couple episodes just playing around with the effects, and maybe you guys like it, I don't know. But for now, it's just gonna be this. So yeah, okay, so I'm on the COVID memorial wall. I don't really like taking pictures of this of the wall, because it's very boring. It's just hearts, and thousands of tourists take those pictures, the same pictures every day. So I really didn't want to bother myself doing a photo of the hearty wall, heart reading wall, or whatever. And finally, I'm here at London Eye, and I did a couple of photos. And these are my favorite photos of London Eye yet. And I conclude this session today. So, guys, I'm really happy that you still tuning in to my little diaries, and I hope you continue following me and support me by giving me a like if you like the video. And that's it. Thank you and goodbye.